Good evening from Geeks at the Round. We're here discussing NBC's The Blacklist hit show. Okay, let's get the panel in here. From left to right, Charles Whedon, and don't say any words. Shh, just want to look at you. And Isaiah Mullins. Hi, Isaiah. Do a lot of talking.
Hello, everyone. Isaiah Logic is back again.
All right, that's it. We're done. Charles, how did you like the episode tonight?
I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best episode, but it was all right.
I would have to agree that it wasn't the best. I was saying to these chaps in the hangout, whatever, the chat before this, I thought Paul Rubens was awesome, even though he was only in it for a few seconds. Let's just jump right into that. I'm sorry, but I think someone was working for his pork chops.
Yeah.
He wants the public to see him, and he wants a media role.
Who gives a fuck? This is like we see this all the time. It's like, who cares?
Give a fuck.
Right. Who cares? I was bored.
Stop with that annoying Google Plus dinging.
It's not me.
Charles.
It's not me because I got headphones. It's you.
Nope, it's you. Let's just move on.
Anyways, the only thing that was actually good about this episode was just Pee Wee Herman. Literally, he was the only one who's actually funny and watch. He was so cool to watch. He's like, that's so funny. I want to see more of him. And I got bored again. Like, he was off screen, like, oh.
Well, technically he was only in the episode for 2 scenes. One scene was longer than the other. The scene with the dog was probably the longest one, and then the other scene was when Reddington was talking to Naomi's husband and then stuck the twig to his throat.
Really?
Yeah, those are the only 2 scenes that Paul Rubin was in.
Oh. But it was still great. I still think it's great. It was just... I know...
It was the first time an actor came onto this show that had the character that James Spader brings. I've used the metaphor that this show is like a comic book many times, and the comic book needs a lot of characters, you know what I mean? And there's been a lot of, in and outs, but we don't have anybody. I mean, Bimbay, but he's silent and brooding.
Yeah. He's very silent.
Sucks, Tom's not here right now. We've got Berlin. But and we had Skinny Pete the first season, but we saw how that ended. It would be good to have somebody who can really play with James Spader. I think the two of them, there's potential for some really good scene chewing.
Yeah, and there's no genuine good humor. With Pee Wee Herman, no fact he's not doing it on purpose. You get some good humor just looking at him, watching him. It's just every time I look at him, it's like, yeah, he's not no serious tough guy. He's just a really funny guy. So I really like watching him because he just plays it naturally. The rest is just so boring. Even Red was a little bit boring. Like, I like Red. He was still better than the cast and crew, but he was just boring to watch. Sad to say.
Yeah, there wasn't enough Reddington action in this episode.
No, it was Reddington. It was just complaining ex-wife action, like, oh, blah 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 blah.
Well, that wasn't Reddington's fault. That was Reddington's wife's fault.
I know, and her husband is like, oh dear God.
I don't even like Mary Louise Parker. I don't like her that much.
Oh, I don't either. She's a creepy creepster. And Charles, and yes, I don't like her. Listen, I love the show Weeds, and she's technically that show. She's my least favorite part of the show.
Well, I also saw her in both Red movies, and she was probably the worst part of the whole movie.
She was. She's not funny. She's just boring.
So no spoilers for Red. I know I'm behind, but I really want to see.
Seriously?
Watch the first one. Watch the first Red. Completely ignore the second one because it's basically the same movie.
It's bullshit, really.
Yeah.
But getting back to the show, because I know we're going off track, folks, but it's just there was nothing to really talk about except for awful acting and just boring. Elizabeth King.
It wasn't terrible acting. It was just
if the acting
terrible
puts me to sleep, there's a problem here. Like
it was a terrible plot. That's all it was. It was just
terrible
a terrible
plot. Okay, let's do some more fun facts.
It wasn't a horrible plot, but it lost steam. I mean, I tuned out of the side story.
Side story? There was a side story?
The whole main plot. I don't know. Maybe you can call the revelation that didn't happen the side.
Isaiah, there were 50,000 side plots.
Well, what's this? I mean, like, okay, granted, there was an awful plot, but Sleepy Hollow has an awful plot, but that's back to a good story and good
Well,
characters.
no,
And
Sleepy
good
Hollow
everything
did
else.
not have an awful plot. It just had characters that we didn't care about. But
One character.
anywho,
One character.
character, yeah, all right, I'll give you that character that we didn't care about. But with Blacklist, I didn't have a problem with the acting. I mean, I got to admit, Mary Louise Parker really kind of annoyed me in this episode. Her husband was probably better than her, and he's not that good of an actor
Oh, the
anyway.
best one was the dog. The dog was the best actor.
Yeah, the dog was probably the best actor. That they should give that dog an Emmy for its
Yes.
performance in this episode.
That's how bad the show was.
Hey, you know what though? For a down episode, it's better than last season's down episode.
Oh,
True.
God.
I
So
will agree with that. Yes.
It was torture. It was just torture watching that awful episode.
Do you not remember the down episodes of season 1?
Don't remind me. That was torture. That was
I
just
remember
torture.
one in particular with a graveyard and a shootout
Oh my god, a stupid explosion.
and another explosion.
And, I mean,
And the only explosion in season 1 that was actually any kind of decent is when they blew up a freaking dumpster.
it contained me a crater. I mean, not a crater, but a tank.
A dumpster. That's basically what it was a dumpster.
Oh, I can't remember that. Anyways, the villain of today was kind of stupid too.
Sorry to interrupt. I wonder if there's like some green laws that are causing them to not use practical effect explosions because they do cause pollution, I believe.
They do.
And NBC's big for big. I believe it was NBC. It could have been ABC. No,
No,
ABC.
NBC.
NBC shut the lights off on the show Scrubs for like 2 seasons. They made them the whole show just changed. They wrote it in to something or another. Oh, the hospital.
Yeah, a plot really, a weak plot.
Yeah, but they had the whole show going with just a couple little lights.
Yeah, that's true too. But here it was just, I don't know, because it was just like something we already knew before. Like you talking about, okay, the big issue was mental health issue. Like, okay, everyone knows that. You don't need to make a fucking scene about it because what happens again? Oh yes, there's a scene and everyone ignores it completely well and well. Remember the shootings at the movie theaters? Those mass shootings. What happened after those? Nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. So this goal was just pointless. Like, oh, I want you to pay attention to me and my cause. Like, who cares? You're doing something stupid that we're not gonna care anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, the Blacklister, Linus Creel, I did not like him at all. I mean, the actor that played him, I don't have a problem with that actor because the last thing that I saw him in was Breaking Bad. He played Walter White's assistant after Jesse Pinkman left.
Was that who that was? I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, it was him. It was the same guy. I do like that guy. It's just I did not like him in this episode, but I don't blame him. I blame the writers.
Yeah, you can really write for so much. It's really the actors you got to deliver it.
That's 22 episodes to fill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm trying to think of anything good that happened besides Pee Wee Herman, but I can't think of anything that was actually good. I really can't.
Let's talk about something that was really bad. Because, honestly, you know what? This was one of the real bummer episodes. We can give you a quick synopsis of it, but if you've seen it, you already know, so there's no need. If we're going under time, I'll throw you a quick synopsis. But for now, let's just jump. Last week, they promised yet again.
I was right, too.
Big reveal we've all been waiting for. So much so that they've even put up that little hashtag, Lizzie's Secret, and it was running during this episode. What the fuck is the secret, and what the fuck was the revelation? Nothing. Mary Louise Parker told Red, tell her, but nobody said anything. What's happening?
Oh my god, you fell for it again, Todd. Like, oh, we're going to have some big revelation.
Is this like Charlie Brown and that bitch with the football?
Ugh.
There's only so many times I'm going to say ugh before I don't aim for the football.
Oh god, that was really funny.
Well, Todd, let's count how many times you have done the metaphorical ugh.
Let's count them too. It was okay. It was
Well, no,
one,
I'm not.
two-
I'm not just including this season. I'm including last season too.
Oh, and also include American Horror Story too. Include
Well,
that
no,
too.
no, this is Blacklist.
Well,
Fuck American Horror
We're
Story.
including everything. We're including everything. God damn it.
I'm talking about all the ugh moments that happened with Blacklist, because that's what this discussion is about. American Horror. When we're doing Blacklist, American Horror Story can kiss my ass.
With his musicals.
You know something? I'm gonna. You guys tell me what was revealed if you know anything. Tell me. May have been talking about. I'm gonna put the hashtag Lizzie's secret right now.
Okay, all right. Imagine this. Imagine the big reveal being inside this gigantic invisible box. And as soon as I open this invisible box, what do you see? Absolutely nothing.
No. The big reveal was it's a show about nothing. What's the video going to turn off?
No big reveal this episode. There is a hint that could lead up to a reveal, but no reveal happened in this specific episode. Nothing.
Nancy Botwin wants Lizzie to know. And also the big reveal is...
That's not a reveal. That is a hint towards a reveal.
He's not who you think he is. There you go. What about that?
That's really it?
That's not a reveal. That's a hint towards a reveal.
The big reveal that we got was the guy who saved Elizabeth from that guy who's going to kill her. Not really. It was one of Red's a cop. It was one of Red's people, but we already knew that already. Like, we know it's part of Red. Like, come on now, we ain't that stupid. Like, then she started bitching and moaning, like, oh, I want him off my case or whatever. Like, really? He saved your life. Yeah, but I don't want him following me. He saved your life. Well, I hate you, Red. I'm walking away, all angry and mad. That's what it was. That's what the whole conversation was.
Lizzie's bitching aside, I got some stuff here from Twitter on Lizzie's secret. And the first thing that comes up by Nerdlink says, I call BS on Lizzie's secret. They had commercials about that room all week, and then nothing. Somebody thinks maybe it's Tom. Here, the Blacklist, they say, what is behind that door? What is Lizzie's secret? So the reveal maybe is that there is Lizzie has a secret. Is that what we've got a reveal of? That she has keys to some sort of door?
We knew that she had a secret, so that's not a reveal.
That's bullshit too. Like, really? You make people wait for another week? You give them another week?
It's a big door because a lot of people are suggesting that it's Tom chained up.
Who cares if it's Tom? If it was Tom, who cares?
It's fucking weird if it's Tom. Oh my God, she wants to be named Keen. Maybe she's got like him locked up and fucking she's like having a fantasy husband and wife situation in there. Like she went on cuckoo.
But again, it was like, who fucking cares? It's like the big reveal should be like big and revealing. I mean, hell, American Horror Story, the new one, has interesting reveals, literally, and they're not that good, but they're interesting.
It's only been one episode, and it already has some interesting reveals.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right. And tune in, folks, Thursday night when we discuss that. But do you think maybe the reveal was hinted at? Because there was a lot of talk about Jennifer, and it made me kind of think that Jennifer is Lizzie's real name, and Jennifer is their daughter, and they don't. And then she's basically saying, "I don't know this girl, this Lizzie. You know, I don't see Jennifer's gone. I don't know where Jennifer is, or something. Maybe that's like code." It felt a little cryptic, this whole Jennifer stuff.
I wish it was interesting.
The thing is that the stuff that they mentioned about Reddington's daughter is that Reddington did not have one daughter, she had two.
No, he had two, not she. You said she.
Reddington had two daughters.
She.
No, I did not. I said Reddington.
No, you said she.
No, enough. It's just, I think that Jennifer is probably, well, I don't want to say younger daughter. I think Jennifer might be the older daughter. And Elizabeth might be the youngest one.
Well, allegedly, we're going to find out next week because...
Oh, God.
We are not going to find out next week because I am done listening to the whole... All will be revealed. I'm done with that.
Nothing will be revealed.
It's like, no. All will be revealed? Yeah, that's bullshit. Nothing will be revealed until season finale. Yeah. And then even then during the season finale, during the supposed big reveal, it's going to be cryptic as fuck.
No.
The secret is Red's hat collection. That's what's behind the door.
That would be interesting. That would be something really cool.
That would be cool. Seeing his famous, or should I say, infamous hat collection.
I'd just like to say I stole that from Nick Luther at Mayor Nick Cheese on Twitter.
But again, if that was ever a big reveal, I would actually like that reveal because it's something unpredictable. It's just the show is becoming so predictable. It's like, who cares? It's like, who really cares?
Or better yet, this is going to be super, super creepy, but she has a Reddington fantasy where she has a mannequin in that room dressed up as Reddington.
That's nothing new. I already said she wants to have sex with Reddington and Tom together. In the big
no, I don't think sexual, man. I think, like, daddy issues kind of thing.
That's still sexual.
How do I... She goes into the room and pretends that he is her father and says, like, can I get you anything, Dad? I mean, can you help me with my homework? Shut up. You know what? I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. I'm going to shut up now.
I hope your whole household hears you, Charles.
I'm the only one up, so thank you.
Wow, that's kind of sad.
They're all up and they're all disturbed right now.
Yeah, I don't know how that came out like that. That really
came out wrong. So it didn't happen.
But Twitter is blowing up that it's Tom. I don't know what I'm saying. The thing about the sister being revealed next week, or at least who Jennifer is that comes from Megan Boone on Twitter, so I don't know if that gives it any more credibility.
And who was Megan Boone again?
Megan Boone is Elizabeth.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, these fucking lights are making me sweat. You can see it. Does anyone have any horrible moments they want to talk about?
Because there's too many to count. There's too many for me. Charles, you go ahead.
The scenes with Naomi and Reddington, that stuff really bothered me.
It was a little dull, honestly. All of that, I think fucking Reddington phoned it in. Maybe he's a little bored. Maybe he's a little upset, Spader, that they're not playing the season how he hoped. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
I can see that too.
He sees the cards because he didn't even know what the story would be. But now he knows more than we do. Maybe he's a little disappointed.
But he's also busy too. He's actually working on a movie with Marvel, so he's kind of busy as well. So he might be tired from working so much, but he might be.
I would much rather see James Spader in Age of Ultron than see him again in Blacklist.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Well, he'll do both. I mean, it's his bread and butter that's gonna pay. When Age of Ultron comes out, the Blacklist is gonna make him so much money, because everybody's gonna be. I mean, they're all tuning in. Excuse me. They're all tuning in now, but they're really going to be tuning in after that.
Yeah, because if you're in a Marvel movie and if it's a big hit, you'd be like the It Girl for the whole year.
Well, nowadays, if you're in a Marvel movie, your career is pretty much set for life.
Yeah, unless you make shitty movies.
Unless you don't want to. Hey, speaking of Marvel movies, and since there's not much to talk about, let's give Isaiah what he's dying to have. Let's give him 3 minutes to talk about why he is so afraid of Marvel Civil War.
Okay, really? Really?
Yep, I'm going to time you. I'm looking. Go.
All right. So, folks, I'm very hyped and very, very worried that Marvel's going to go for the Civil War event. The reason why I'm very worried is because the Civil War in the comic books back in 2006 was a masterpiece in my book. Because it was very good, it was very special. It made you think too. Like before this whole NSA, before 9/11, everything else, Patriot Act as well. Before it actually blew out to the mainstream media, the comics were already talking about it. Was the Superhero Restoration Act, which was a bullshit act too, because the government was forcing them to give them their identity, which also could hurt their own families if some crooked rogue government official takes their identities and uses it against them. So anything could ever happen. Plus, this actually happened because a stupid teenagers was playing with fire, which was Nitro, a very hardcore villain. He killed a lot of people due to those stupid kids' acts. And so Iron Man was on their side, and Captain America was on the other side. He was a real hero. Iron Man was a morally gray villain. So it was just awesome to see those two fight for real. Not that whole versus bullshit like Batman vs Superman. but I have a real big feeling that they won't actually show you the message behind Civil War in the comic books. That's my biggest
Don't
fear.
say the ending. Don't say what happens in the end.
I can't tell you the ending. It's too great.
I do want to know, do you think they're going to do that ending?
Oh, man. That's a hard one. That is a really hard one to say.
Well, you know what? That's for another discussion that I'm sure will happen here on Geeks of the Round, and that's your 3 minutes, Isaiah!
I know, right?
And you know what? I figured that was good because this one wasn't about government. There's a whole political allegory going on in the Civil War comic series, and I'm assuming with this movie. And tonight was a bit. I did like that. They were getting into like government mind control and stuff like that. And oh, hey, you know what though? Speaking of government mind control stuff, they got into. Here's something they have not gotten into yet. Yes, we're only 4 episodes in, but not even a hint of all of that all the Illuminati shit from last year.
Yeah, there's no mention of Red's boss anymore. Like, we're gonna talk about this guy anymore? Anyone? Okay, there, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'll save any further talk from me for my wild speculation. But before we get into that, so we went into the bad moments. Charles, did you get yours? I know Isaiah got his. Did you got your? No, you got yours. Isaiah, did you get yours?
Not yet, but all right. All right. I'll break it down to 4 things. Number 1, the acting was just boring. It bored me to tears. It's like, oh god, I already got done watching an awesome show, which is Sleepy Hollow. You got me a boring episode, Blacklist? Fuck you. Number 2, it made American Horror Story Freak Show look interesting because there was no big reveals whatsoever. It has Elizabeth King bitching and moaning to Reddington again, and they lied again like, oh, there's going to be a big revelation. No, there wasn't. It was some bullshit. Bullshit CD all over the place. Number 3, which is my favorite one, who the fuck cares at this point? Like, we don't care about who's the father, who's not the father. We just don't care. Give us something new, for God's sake. What happened to Berlin? Well, he's kind of getting boring, too, but what's happening to everyone else? And
He's taking a big break from Berlin. You're right. We 2 episodes now, right? He's not been in it.
right. And lastly, well, actually, to split up to lastly, the first one is to that last part is the tech geek. When he started having the balls to actually flirt with Elizabeth King, like, wait, really? You're flirting with her? Dude, she's like the plague of bad luck. You wouldn't want to flirt with her? Okay, whatever, dude.
I would have expected Iran to flirt with the woman from Mossad.
Hey, either way, hey, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. As a matter of fact, thank you, Charles, for bringing her up. What the fuck is she doing too? She doesn't do nothing. She's just there for window dressing as eye candy, which is true.
Yeah, I think it happened last week, but I thought it was a little racist to have the one Middle Eastern guy going all goo-goo over the Mossad woman.
That'd be like weird.
I thought it was a little bit. Why? Just because they're of similar descent that he's all into that. Like that defines him as that.
He wants the swirl to happen. That's like Charles. Anyways, the last part. Reddington's wife was so dreadfully boring. It's like, oh my god, I don't care for you. Just get it over. I wish Berlin would have killed you. I wish Berlin would have killed her already. Like, why did you kill her? Why?
She'll die.
I don't care. You just don't care.
So then, Charles, what do you got? You got anything good from this episode?
Paul Rubens. That's it. Paul Rubens and the dog. That's it.
Yeah, that's about it.
That was my absolute favorite part. So then, all right. On the note of Paul Rubens, you guys ready for some wild speculations?
Yay.
Rested to hang out in my man voice.
Oh god.
Man beard.
I'll be my depressed voice then. Yay.
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 We could do the rest.
Yeah, let's talk about wild speculation. All right.
Yeah, let's do that now.
We can
Do it now.
Okay, wild speculations, yay.
Alright.
Go first, Isaiah. How about that? You love it.
Oh god, why me? Alright, fine. The wild speculation would be King goes to that door and she finds something that's so great that nobody can't touch her on. That's what it is. better acting skills. an actual real revelation. There's something actually
Wild
important.
speculations, not insane theories.
All right, fine. An actual speculation that's actually good. Okay, fine. We're gonna see something. We're gonna see that she has locked up one of Tom's buddies or whatever for more information where Tom is because she's stalking him. And also, matter of fact, I think Tom is in that.
That's not a bad thought.
And also, matter of fact, Tom is very much in that box. You know why? I say that because when we saw in a dream sequence, it's like, how does she know Tom will look like that? How does she know that Tom will be all rough looking and basically won't have his glasses on? It makes you think like, wait a minute, how does she know this if you hasn't seen it beforehand? If she would have saw Tom as he is beforehand, like a clean cut guy, it would be like, okay, she knows him as that. But she remembers him as a very dirty and bummish a bum-like person. So it makes you think like, wait a minute, is there Tom in that box? It must be because that's how you actually know what he looks like. So yeah, it's Tom in that box. He's in the box. What's in the box?
Well, Charles, what do you think's in Elizabeth's box? Talk about her box.
In her box, oh God. But in that box, in that warehouse where she was sitting and staring at it, I would think it's empty. I think it's empty because I think that she is fantasizing about finding Tom and locking him in the box.
So,
I don't think there's anything in that box.
Oh God. And Charles, you're right, folks. He really might be right. Like, there's nothing in the fucking box. Like, really? Can you just
What's
give
in
us
the box, man?
It's the severed head, man. Oh, that'd be a good one too. Severed head of Tom. That'd be so awesome.
Well, no, it's not the severed head of Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm talking about Tom, not her.
I'm talking about Seven, man. That's a good effing movie.
It's a great movie, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the
We got nothing else, folks. I'm sorry. This is just a boring episode.
I'm pretty sure we're all asleep here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles was falling asleep during his Sleepy Hollow discussion.
I was sleepy during the Sleepy Hollow discussion.
He got so sleepy that it was funny. That it was so hollow. Like, hello, Sleepy Hollow.
Shut up! You're gonna make me.
No.
God damn it, Isaiah!
It worked. Isaiah logic worked again.
No, I don't think that happened. All right, so I've got no speculation because I've said it all before,
Yeah.
and you know there's more angles, but I'm too tired to think. I think that's it. You guys got any more?
No.
This show really needs to get better. Because I know I said that with shows where I'm a little worried about, I usually give it about 5 episodes before I decide to give up on it. I'm now into season 2, so I've stayed with it this long, but I'm going to give it longer than 5 episodes in season 2. But if season 2 continues to be like this, I may not come back for season 3.
Same here, because I'm getting tired of like fake revelation. Like, oh, it's a big revelation.
It's the same thing every episode.
And plus, we already know beforehand because they dropped a lot of hints like, oh, that's going to happen too. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Like, what's the point of saying big revelation if we know it's going to happen?
It's going to stay like this. It's going to always be like this because that's the popcorn. That's what it is on a network show. Those are formulaic episodes. You know, you are watching something akin to Law and Order. You know, you're watching something with those shows, or you know, maybe not competing. I think they're probably the same network, different nights, but at least competing for that market.
Right, but Law and Order is a different case though because no, in fact, it's a very scripted show and very much heavy in the law. It can still grab your attention with crazy and unbelievable moments that do happen in real life. The Blacklist doesn't pull nothing spectacular. We haven't seen no supernatural elements or no sci-fi elements yet. It's just I wish that happens.
I don't know. I still don't know if I'll be into that yet.
I don't know. I'm bored. Just gonna watch porn and call that day.
Gonna watch porn on that day?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch and just don't give a fuck. Like, Don't watch porn.
Charles somehow got locked out.
What?
Okay.
Blame his ponies.
Charles is back in. Say hello to everybody, Charles.
Hello? Who the hell hid me?
I didn't. I went to type and I did that. All right. Thinking up because next thing you know, I'm gonna erase the entire Geeks of the Round page by accidentally pressing buttons. I'm gonna say goodnight, folks. How about Isaiah?
Bye.
Isaiah.
Bye.
Bye.